Top of the morning to you, and happy St. Patrick's Day, and welcome back to Hagan's New Jersey PIP Tips, where we bring you monthly segments on New Jersey auto insurance personal injury protection, otherwise known as PIP. Clearly here at the offices we're celebrating the wonderful day with our green around, and always, if you're in the area, feel free to stop in and have a pint, or at least a glass. This month we're going to be talking about a recent case dealing with conflicting two insurance companies on a PIP arbitration. We'll also be talking about some recent research regarding the transmission of viruses, particularly the coronaviruses, and what environmental factors might play a part. Also, we have our featured provider of the month, Bergen Pain Management. And of course, we'll pick our new winner for next month. So let's get right to it, and with the luck of the Irish. Well, it's a great new month, and I'm enjoying St. Patrick's Day with my lucky shamrock tie from Ireland. I hope you enjoyed yours and got to be Irish at least for a day. First thing I want to talk about today is a recent case that was in arbitration. It's a situation where the patient owned a car, had it insured under his mother's insurance policy with, I believe it was Geico. They didn't, even though he owned it, they didn't list him as a named insured. They only list him under the policy as an additional driver. But he clearly owned the vehicle. It was titled in his name. He instead lived with his father, where the parents were divorced. So the issue became whether it's the insurance policy covering the motor vehicle, covering the car that he owned, which was Geico, or the father's insurance policy. And again, we're talking about just a PIP here, based on him being a resident relative of an insured and not having his own insurance. So my opinion is the case should be decided against Geico, in that they were the one that was insuring his car. They probably misidentified him on the policy as just an additional driver as opposed to a named insured. It was clearly revealed, told to Geico that he was not living in that household, although they insured the car. The policy was issued for the vehicle and it was owned by him. Worst case scenario, it's going to be one or the other. So there's definitely going to be PIP on it. He was involved in a motor vehicle accident, was injured. So it's either he has the insurance through the insurance policy that insured the car, and he was named on the policy, although it's only probably a technical mistake by it. They collect premiums as an additional driver as opposed to a named insured. Alternatively, if Geico's not on the hook there because he's only an additional driver and he's not a resident relative of his mother who was the named insured, then by default it's got to be the father. It'll be interesting to see what the arbitrator determines. Again, I think it's probably, since they insured the vehicle and he was identified, it should be on that policy. So, little weird twists and turns. If you have these questions, and I have quite a few people do this, reach out to me. I'll talk to you, walk you through it. Present me, what the scenario is, and if I don't know the answer right away, I can certainly try to find out. Doesn't mean it's going to be the final answer, because anytime you go to arbitration, it ultimately is left up to somebody else to decide. But please feel free to contact me. You can reach me by email, Sean@SeanHaganLaw.com, or call us at the office, 732-722-2911, and we're more than happy to answer the question. Okay? Well, thank you. The next thing I want to talk about is a recent article I saw about how ventilation, filtration, and humidity may prevent coronavirus transmission. So I did hear or read about it several months ago, particularly with humidity having an impact on the transmission of the coronavirus. So I know in my bedroom I have a humidifier that I run to try to, particularly during the winter where it's more dry, and this may be the reason they believed over the years why more colds and viruses are during the winter, is because the air, particularly in the Northeast, is typically more dry than during the spring and summer months. So this was a study done at the University of Oregon that measured the amounts of virus particles based on the surrounding environment. And what the article kind of came out and said is that perhaps operations managers of buildings can address this and build systems within the buildings to hopefully decrease transmission of viruses. Obviously, a particular concern over the last 2 years, the coronavirus. So it was quite an interesting article. If you want any more information on it, again, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to share it with you. It's not a conclusive, but it just shows you that we can affect, other than just locking us down, affect by our building, our design, and what we do in terms of trying to slow down any viruses, whether it's corona or other. So just wanted to share that information with you. I found it interesting and useful, especially given the last 2 years. Next, I want to talk about our feature provider of the month, Bergen Pain Management. Congratulations and thank you. As you can see from their website here, which can be found at bergenpain.com, they have 3 locations in New Jersey: Paramus, West New York, and Union. They address back pain, neck pain, nerve pain. They do sports medicine. They obviously cover car accidents, PIP, workers' compensation. Their facility has an office to do surgical procedures in. The director is Dr. Bergen, who is board certified, great hands-on, been practicing a long time, great credentials, gets great results with the numerous types of procedures they can do, from initial conservative to minimally invasive procedures, and trying to avoid the ultimate surgery, whether it's a spine surgery with cages and fusions, etc. But he does it kind of all with great results. If you want to contact them, you can call one of the 3 locations as you see here on the website, or you can also submit a request online. So thank you, Bergen Pain Management, for being part of our team, and keep up the great work. And by all means, if you're in need, particularly in Bergen County, please reach out to the doc. So with that said, each month we select a winner, if you're not aware of this, where we, anytime you contact us, either by telephone, email, you call us with questions, you send us your PIP arbitration to be filed at no cost to you. Anytime we communicate with you, we put in an entry for the selection, and each month we pull a new provider of the month. So if you do not win this month, there's always next month, so keep those arbitrations and phone calls and emails coming. And by all means, you're always welcome to stop by our new offices in Point Pleasant. So for this month's winner, it is Team MD Surgery Center. Congratulations, Team MD Surgery Center. We'll be in touch with you to feature you next month. Now finally, I mentioned it last month, and we're getting closer to finalizing. I'm hoping to have invites out in the next 2 weeks. We are going to be hosting a networking event, a kickoff to summer in May, and it'll be at Bar Anticipation. It's probably going to be mid to late May, before Memorial Day weekend. It'll be our way to get together again to network with various types of providers and also personal injury attorneys who specialize in auto cases and workers' comp. So we hope you can be there, but we will be sending it out shortly. Again, probably mid to late May, before Memorial Day, and it'll be our kickoff to summer. Well, we hope you found this video helpful, useful, and informative. If you liked it, please share, like, and subscribe to the links below. As always, we're never too busy for your kind PIP and personal injury referrals. Thank you, and God bless.